Uh, for that, first I uh, thankful for inviting me on this national background for the delivering my the topic of fever, that is the community pharmacy, what we can do here. And for that, first I am thankful to Dr. Udupa, Dr. Nagappa sir, and my close friend Dr. Ganachari. These are the leaders or the seniors who are the role model for me to learn regarding the community pharmacy and to work in this community pharmacy area. So I respect and thanks to the committee members, the Hanmanta sir, Pawan Kumar sir, Arun Kumar sir, and senior professor V. Gopal sir for this webinar. So my focus will be on the what are the strengths, opportunities, and these are not new. These are from our inception of a profession from 1940. All the strengths are with us, whether we have utilized it or not, and which are the added strengths and added opportunities for us. So I am presenting Bharati Vidyapit, where I am the leading the Pune College of Pharmacy, which is IF. My university is also 3 times accredited by NAC with A+ grade, and it is due to the Bharati Vidyapit, the famous brand established by Dr. Patangrauji Kadam on 10th May 1964. So this is our parent institute where we are leading this education. So pharmacy beginning. So it is not new at all. So community pharmacy, if we see in the literature, from the second half of the European Middle Ages, the pharmacy is separated from physicians under two names, that is apothecaries, that is the pharmaceutical chemist, and drug merchant, that is a druggist. So chemist and druggist, what is the name we are reading nowadays as per the legal matter, as per the government of India? So it is came from the apothecaries and the merchant druggist. So this is our history, that is we are having the very long standing at the global level. And if we consider India also, we are having the similar standing. For example, in India, so if we consider Goa as a part of India, then this college is started in 1842, Goa College of Pharmacy. Definitely in the modern India, from 1930 onwards, something started to happen in this pharmacy due to the Aryan Chopra committee. It led to the development of Pharmacy Act, Drug and Cosmetic Act, Pharmacy Council, likewise. And journey of real pharmacy education started. Before this, our BPharm college started in Banaras Hindu University in 1931. So we are having very, very strong standing in India as a pharmacist. But we'll see. So this is, I think, it is the biggest strength of us. That is, we are known for each and every individual and have a long standing. But really, what is our position in India? So mainly pharmacist is recognized due to its service, and that service in the community pharmacy, where we are working as a medical store medical store people. So with the name Evanta by Medical and General Store, I wrote both Marathi and English. So where we sell cosmetics, cutlery, and stationery. Or we have the Sevanta Medical, where we sell Idea, Jio, and many Vodafone recharges. Correct. So where we have the Sevanta Pharmacy in India, which tells the blood sugar, which tells the BP, and which does the patient counseling. So though we have that very long standing in India, legally also, so our face value in the society is just, he is the person who is running some medical shop, store. So means our image is much more storekeeper than the pharmacist, because we are using the different terms like medical shop, medical store, medical point, medical bazaar, and n number of this. But very few are there which have the pharmacy as the name. Where is the pharmacy? If we see Drug and Cosmetic Act, which name is correct name? Whether the pharmacy name is correct name, drug that medical store and general store is correct name, medico and fancy is correct name, or chemist and druggist is correct name. So in India we have the three names. If we see the forensic pharmacy, usually we teach the forensic pharmacy और बच्चे तो रिसाइट करते हैं, रट्टा मारते और लिखते हैं, because we not create the case studies. So this is the one case study regarding our name of a pharmacy in the society. So as per the Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940, I am saying the thing of 1940, count the days, count the years. So where it is mentioned that medical store is the place where no registered pharmacy is required and no any prescription drug is allowed to dispense. The first and most important mistake what we are doing over last 80 years is we are having a medical store as the name, fancy as the name, general store as the name, where our Drug and Cosmetic Act itself says that medical store means it is the place where there is no pharmacist in that area. In India, we have the very small pockets, very small villages, vastis, where there is no pharmacist, where there is no doctor. In such cases, a common grocery person also can store some medicament. So those who are from small villages, remember the days before of your childhood, that is some grocery people having some medicaments of painkiller, antidiarrheal, and he is having the license number 20 under a name medical store. So this medical store is a such place where the drugs mentioned under Schedule K, which are the OTC drugs, they are only allowed to dispense. Condition is that in that area there should not be a pharmacist, there should not be single doctor, then such thing is allowed. But unfortunately in India we are promoting medical store as a name. Why? I don't know. Second name we are having is the pharmacy in Drug and Cosmetic Act. At that time what is thought, the pharmacy means just for compounding, just for compounding. They cannot sell the manufactured products. Therefore third category in our Drug and Cosmetic Act, the chemist and druggist, means chemist and druggist is the actual name. Therefore if we see the today's names, so whether it is Semantabai Medical and General Store, they have to write chemist and druggist, because chemist and druggist is a legal term where we can dispense compounded as well as manufactured products. So this is the chemist and druggist. Pharmacy means only compounding, and as per the Schedule N, there should be all the equipment facilities available. So what is my point here? Why not we use pharmacy term? If globally the pharmacy is used to reflect the profession, why we are promoting a medical store in 2021 also? This is the biggest issue. And we are having such medical stores where we can see like it is a actually it is not behind the grocery shop also, so it not looks like any medical store. So we have to see that our face value in the society is the pharmacy. Why not we should have each and every medical store as a pharmacy? I am promoting this from 2006. I am promoting this issue from 2006, and this is the FIP conference where I promoted this through that AIOCD, and they accepted my suggestion. And in India, such things should be happen that we should promote it by a pharmacy. Then the person who is running this pharmacy will be called as a pharmacist. Now we are running medical store and doing the job of trader, and therefore we are just storekeeper. So my suggestion is that, like a doctor, if a doctor writes that I am your Dev, you are Dev, वो खुद को खुदा समझता है, ईश्वर समझता है, so let it be. So he is MBBS from Bombay and he has having a registration number. Similar line, my pharmacy is also Jeevan Pharmacy. Okay, I am writing here chemist and druggist, but my main aim is a Jeevan Pharmacy, and I am a chief pharmacist. You are Sati. If doctor is your God, I am your friend, I am your Sati. I am also qualified diploma pharmacy, and this is my registration number. So at least if we display this, definitely it will give the confidence to the pharmacist, and it create a good message for the society that the person is a pharmacist. He is a pharmacist. He is a graduated from some typical college or the typical state likewise. And what is fortunate now, in this 2021, that rule is changing, that 6515B is changing, and where from this year, I exactly don't know when it will happen, but it is in the process. Our name will be just a pharmacist. Each and every medical store will be pharmacy, and the running person will be a pharmacist. This is happening, and that I'm promoting from 2004. The first my book, Modern Dispensing Pharmacy, where I put the same diagram I'm showing to you, that is, it should be a G1 pharmacy with the same content what displayed to you, and the things are happening. But like me, or there are many people are working, they should unite, and I appreciate this Community Pharmacy Association. Really, they should take these issues at a national level, and things will happen, because now at the central also, DCGI is a pharmacist, and many things are moving fast due to our pharmacy presence at a central level. So what are the strains? What I said, strains are not due to the today's content, but it is due to the law, Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940. What law says? Sale of each and every medicament under direct supervision of pharmacist. This is the strongest law in India, and I think the strongest than the America and Europe, because Schedule P category drugs may be sold in America by a grocery item or in the malls, but here is the OTC medicament or the prescription medicament. The sole authority is the pharmacist. Have you utilized it? Over last 80 years, what is the condition? In the same pharmacy, we just display the name of pharmacist, and non-pharmacy persons are working. So who created the problem? We ourselves. Don't blame the doctors. Don't blame the society. We are there who are not utilizing our full power. That is a sale of medicament by direct supervision of pharmacists. And if such things, suppose if such things exist, then nobody will think regarding the online pharmacy, because message will be strong that the pharmacist is required for dispensing a medicament to the patient. And this clause may remove that online pharmacy. In the next slide, we will see details of that. A prescription is for single use. Again, in my first book, Modern Dispensing Pharmacy, I introduced that refill instruction. So what the law also said the same. The prescription is single use if it is not instructed by doctor. Instructions means they have to write refill instructions, refill 1, 2, NR, not to refill, or PRN. Let the pharmacist to refill considering the condition of the patient. Are you following this? Are our pharmacists following this? They are happy if they get known that somebody is now diagnosed for diabetes. वो बोलते अभी तो मेरा पक्का कस्टमर हो गया, वो जाने तक वो मेरे दुकान में आ जाएगा और मेरा बिजनेस होगा. वो बोलता है, अंकल don't bring prescription next time. I know now what are your medicines, and I will keep your medicines ready. So this is the message what we give to the society, and due to which pharmacists are getting easily replaced by non-pharmacists, because it is our aim, it is our motive, it is to get repress ourselves. हम ही बोलते नहीं, मैं जाऊंगा मेरी वाइफ बैठेगी, मैं बाहर जाऊंगा मेरा भाई बैठेगा, वो तो इंग्लिश पढ़ता है तो करेगा. Third important, endorsement of prescription. Hotel, if we go in the hotel, pay the bills, आपको बिल मिलता है पेड करके. On the similar line, our cosmetic drug and cosmetic act says that after every dispensing, that prescription should be stamped with word dispensed or supplied, sign and date. Have you seen any pharmacy which is doing this? What the great benefit of this strain, that no prescription will be repeated, no misuse, and it will give the value to you because you are stamping there, you are signing there. So see the value, it will give the value to you. Refusal, maximum strength given. If the prescription is wrong, error in the prescription. If woman is pregnant woman, or their sex is not written on the prescription, suppose even sex is not written, male or female, you can reject the prescription knowing that I don't know who is the patient, male or female. Some medicaments are not good for a female, and it is female, then we have to write whether it is a pregnant or lactating or normal, likewise. So in such cases, the medicaments are different, and this is all expected by our law, but we are not simply following the prescription and these conditions. The first is our presence in the society. In Marathi also, in a Pune general paper, Sakal, which is a famous paper, I wrote more than 75 articles just to promote the pharmacist. जो फार्मासिस्ट नहीं बैठता तो मैं ही बोलता हूँ ना, बच्चों फार्मासिस्ट होना चाहिए, तो बच्चा मेरे साथ आता है तो उधर तो मुन्ना भाई फार्मासिस्ट बैठा था, 10th पास हुआ था या नहीं हुआ था मुझे मालूम नहीं, तो बेटा पूछता है मुझे, बाबा फार्मासिस्ट कहाँ है, तो मैं तो उसको बोला, और फार्मासिस्ट गॉड जैसा होता है, और गॉड क्या टेम्पल में नहीं होता, गॉड इधर उधर भटकता है, देखो मेरा फार्मासिस्ट गॉड के ऊपर है। तो हमें अभी अगस्त 15 1947 होके कितने दिन हो गए, मगर हम इंडिपेंडेंट नहीं बने, हम इंडिपेंडेंट नहीं बने, हमारा जो लॉ था बिफोर इंडिपेंडेंस बनाया उसका भी हमने यूटिलाइज नहीं किया, बिकॉज व्हाट वी थिंक द फार्मेसी इज जस्ट फॉर सप्लाई। सप्लाई तो सीमेंट का होता है, सप्लाई तो सैंड का होता है, सप्लाई तो स्टील का होता है, सप्लाई तो ग्रोसरी आइटम का होता है। मेडिसिन्स आर ऑलवेज डिस्पेंस्ड, एंड डिस्पेंसिंग मीन्स supplying the medicament which is rational, which is essential with the patient counseling. मगर हम भूल जाते हैं और हम सिर्फ सप्लाई करते हैं, and this became a theme of our PharmD regulation as well as the pharmacy practice regulation nowadays, and it is really motivated by these two regulations plus pharmacy practice bridge course regulations. All these are supporting this practice, but actually in practical things we are very away from this. So in Marathi also this book is very famous now, 16,000 copies. I am the simple teacher, pharmacy teacher, but this my Marathi book is used very in a large number by a people, common man. So I am happy for that. So this is Dr. Ganachari's prescription written by Dr. Ganachari to Dr. Sriram Coimbatore. And this prescription is ideal prescription. What I written in 1994 while writing my modern dispensing pharmacy book, and that is the copy I am attaching here. The prescription should be in a capital. The prescription should have the complete details of doctor, including his contact number, registration number, qualification, whether it is BAMS, MBBS, MD, homeopath, what it may be. If it is the MBBS homeopath, what type of medicament he is writing, we should know it, because as per the law, we have to only dispense for a MBBS, but some states passed the secondary law that allowed Ayurvedic, and in Maharashtra also in 2017 homeopaths are also allowed to dispense or to prescribe these medicaments, allopathic medicaments. Otherwise in Goa only MBBS are permitted to write the allopathic drugs. Means here we have the straightforward right to reject the prescription written by BAMS doctors, written by homeopath. But I am not against the society. If the shortage of doctors are there for a human being, for human cause, we have to support it. But such strengths are given by the law in 1940, correct? So the prescription should be in a capital. It should have a short diagnostic note, suppose for fever for 2 days. Then I am writing a prescription, refill instructions, and the physician signs. So this is the complete prescription, and such prescription is not there, then we have the right to reject the prescription, and the prescription should for single use. We have to see whether the refill is written or not, and then they endorse it. So this is all legal thing, and if we utilize this, if we practice it, definitely our strength will be increased. Definitely it will increase our strength. So point is that we can reject the prescription if the incomplete identity of doctor or patient, if the patient age, sex, weight is not written there, if prescription is overwritten, if the even prescription today if it is not in the capital letter, likewise. So this is the basic first chapter in any pharmacy, diploma pharmacy, degree pharmacy, or PharmD. What is the prescription? And if we ask many teachers also, what is the prescription? What I get always definition is that the prescription is a written order. Never. The prescription was not order. By law also, it is a requisite. It is a requisite. So in 2004, I written this. So it is not an order. If we say order, then it creates the pressure on us. So it is not our order. It is not the thing that we must dispense. If doctor write anything, we have the full capacity to reject, to say no if anything goes wrong. मगर सोसाइटी में क्या होता है? Who is the pharmacist who can read the prescription? बस हमारा काम क्या है सोसाइटी वालों को पास कि अरे ये तो महाविद्वान पंडित है, ये तो डॉक्टर का भी हैंड राइटिंग पढ़ सकता है. कभी कभी फायदा होता है भाई. एक डॉक्टर यंग था, उस टाइम जमाना व्हाट्सएप का नहीं था, तो एक पेशेंट के लव में गिर गया, वो लव हो गया, तो उसने राइटिंग चालू किया, लव लेटर राइटिंग चालू किया. मगर वो लड़की को, वो युवती को, वो ब्यूटी जो थी उनको वो पढ़ने ही नहीं आता लव लेटर. तो हर रोज जाती थी केमिस्ट के पास और लव लेटर पढ़ा के लेती थी. और एक दिन वो फार्मासिस्ट की और वो लड़की की शादी हो गई और डॉक्टर सिर्फ चिट्ठियां लिखने बैठा. ऐसा फायदा कभी कभी होता है जोक के लिए. बाकी लाइफ में हमारा इतना नेगेटिव पॉइंट होता है. व्हाट? बिकॉज इन 2012 यूनियन मिनिस्टर में ऐसा पास होने वाला था बिल कि देयर इज नो नीड ऑफ अ फार्मेसी स्टूडेंट मेडिकल स्टोर. नहीं हुआ. इट इज ड्यू टू फार्मेसी काउंसिल एंड IPA. बट the such things are happening in the society and they are reaching up to the central ministry, and the same thing happening today also. We are not considered as a corona yoddha. Why? Because nobody feel that we are the part of healthcare. We are traders. At one point we are manufacturer, at one point we are a trader, but they are not considering we as the service, healthcare service people, the pharma care or healthcare service people. Why it is? Because even if we find such a prescription, it is very difficult to understand. But these prescriptions also get dispensed. So in such cases, at least the pharmacist should reject the prescription. But always we think we should get a business first. And with this motive of a business, we are not utilizing our powers which are given by Drug and Cosmetic Act. So I have the very good story of which is reflected in Indian Express Mumbai in 2018 regarding the Sala medicament. Correct. So actually the case is that one patient is died due to the methotrexate. Why he died? The case, I don't know what is the status of that, but I found it is a very good case study. Therefore, I'm explaining you. Correct. Actually, the case is that the prescription was for a folic acid, that is Folimax. But pharmacist dispensed Folitrax. So who is wrong? So I never say directly pharmacist is wrong. I will go in the sequence. The first doctor, whether the doctor written the prescription in a capital letter, in a readable thing, whether doctor written indication or that disease, इसको कैंसर है, कुछ ल्यूकेमिया है, कुछ भी लिखा है, ऐसा लिखा था प्रिस्क्रिप्शन पे, first job is over. Whether the doctor handwriting and A. Third, whether the doctor was MBBS, BAMS or cancer consultant, इसका पता चलता है. Whether the plain paper was there or it was any prescription issued by a consultant having the cancer specialist. If such things are there, it is easy to identify by a pharmacist. That is, the drug name is written in capital letter. Doctor is a consultant in the cancer. The famous doctor is there. He is the MD, and he is written something diagnostic note regarding the cancer. Definitely nothing wrong will happen. So I doubt whether the such things were there or not. Second issue, he might have written a Folimax, but handwriting problem, due to handwriting problem, my pharmacist might have dispensed Folitrax. So now I am coming to the pharmacist. Has the pharmacist read that prescription properly? And if there is no doctor's name is written, no degree is written, no diagnosis note is written, and the prescription is not written in the capital letter. Why he not rejected it? Because Drug and Cosmetic Act given him full power to reject such a prescription. Second, as a knowledge of pharmacist, whether he was a pharmacist or not, वो बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन है, क्योंकि फार्मासिस्ट रहता था तो फुलिट्रैक्स देते समय तो चिंता आती थी उसको, लगता था because folitrax is available in 2.5 gram, 7.5 gram, and rarely that 10 milligram. Dr. Ganachar is here, he will add, correct. So rarely that 10 milligram drug is dispensed. So जो फार्मासिस्ट रहता था तो वो पहले ही सोचता था, और why doctor written 10 milligram methotrexate, but he not thought at all. And second issue is that folic acid, usual trend is to write 5 milligram folic acid. Rarely it is written as 10 milligram. So as per me, वो मेडिकल शॉप में फार्मासिस्ट नहीं था, मुन्ना भाई फार्मासिस्ट था, उसने कुछ भी देखा नहीं, उसकी पावर यूटिलाइज नहीं की. फार्मासिस्ट है भी तो he was a knowledgeable pharmacist, he was just doing a trade. Therefore what is happened was a one death. So this is just example. Consider in India, assume that how many deaths are possible daily by such a practice where the pharmacist is not sincere, doctor is not sincere. So therefore pharmacist is a double check. What doctor do the mistakes, okay, he can do, but I am here to check that before dispensing the medicament. This is expected by Drug and Cosmetic Act. This is expected by India, but we forgotten it and we are doing the trade. We are selling the medicament. Therefore, nowadays we are having the pharmacy practice regulation. Very good thing done in India by the current president, Dr. B. Suresh and team. I am also part of this, where we came with the community pharmacy definition, clinical pharmacy definition, hospital pharmacy definition, drug information pharmacy definition, the concept of pharmacy practice, duties of this, and how hierarchy is there. But tell me a single state, including the state Karnataka, where the leaders are there, correct, where the pharmacy practice regulation is accepted. No single state in India is there who accepted this very good regulation, the full-fledged regulation for a community pharmacist, for practicing a pharmacist, for a clinical pharmacist, but it is in the file only. Therefore, if we see the regulation, really it is a fantastic regulation, interpretation and evaluation of prescription, drug administration, drug regime review, patient counseling, and keeping a proper record. So this regulation came in 2015, but I'm writing articles in Marathi and in my book also from 2004 that such practice is possible in India, and really it is possible, but we have to implement this pharmacy practice regulation. So these the definitions are very clear. Compounding and dispensing is very different. When I wrote the book Modern Dispensing Pharmacy, people said that why you are writing on a dispensing pharmacy, compounding तो अभी नहीं होता. भाई मैं ही बोला compounding नहीं होता, dispensing होता है. I am writing a book on dispensing pharmacy, not on the compounding pharmacy. But today also we have to change our syllabus of a BPharm Pharmacy Council syllabus, PharmD Pharmacy Council syllabus, and make it more community pharmacy oriented instead of making it industry oriented. The third year pharmaceutics is for industry, and first year pharmaceutics is for dispensing pharmacy. Actually, the title of that subject should be a dispensing pharmacy. I wrote many times to the authority also. Since I am a part of syllabus design committee, I suggested it, but it is our old trend to write the pharmaceutics 1 and pharmaceutics 2, and we are away from the concept of dispensing pharmacy, which is the need or which is the base for the community pharmacy practice. Here, this is the definition of the prescription which is appeared in the pharmacy practice regulation, the written out electronic direction. The same thing I'm saying from 2004, and really it is the need of a day, correct? So the pharmacist should comply with the dress code. He should suffix his name. Therefore, what suggested in my book Modern Dispensing Pharmacy, I'm your Sati, and this is my registration number. I'm a pharmacist. Such name should be there on our display, and definitely it is now part of pharmacy practice regulation, and we should implement it. So this is the pharmacist who is the dress code, correct? But usually we have to show the photos of European pharmacists or American pharmacists. It should happen in India also. It will give the dignity and honor to the. Another issue is a patient medication record. Again, this is a very essential, because if a record is there, it will minimize the error. Now nobody keeps the record. Doctor never keep the case paper. Only case papers are maintained at the higher level when the patient is admitted, inpatient, and then that case paper remains in the hospital only. It is not given to the patient. So therefore, if in each and every pharmacy we start making a bill, computerized bill, automatically history can be developed. थोड़ा सा change करना पड़ेगा software में, and then we can say that okay, no to the patient many times if there is a overlapping of the prescription, and usually it happens with the paracetamol. Paracetamol plain OTC medicine में वो patient लेता है, and the same paracetamol is written by a doctor or it is a part of expectorant preparations, and definitely we can minimize this medication error or many medication errors like Folimax and Folitrax if the record is there, and the record will be useful for the legal actions also. Who was wrong, who was right, that, but we have to inculcate and accept this practice. So I completed one part. What are the strengths of pharmacy? Now indirectly, what are the strengths of pharmacy due to the generic medicines? Now I am working from 2012 on promoting this issue of generic medicines. I am not a supporter of generic medicine. I am not an opponent of generic medicines, but I promote quality generic medicines which are tested for bioequivalence. But unfortunately in India, generic medicines means low cost medicines. This is the definition which made by India. There is no single book which gives the definition in India. What definition we are having? These are the American definitions. Generic medicines means the medicines which is out of patent, and in India 95% drugs are out of patent. Means 95% of medicines, almost all the medicines are generic medicines. These are not the patented product. These are not an innovative product. Again, in that generic medicines, we are making branded and a generic, and which are the low cost, we call as a generic medicine. No issue. So it is a good point. We'll discuss the comparative between our Indian branded and Indian generic medicines. So I'm taking the example of Numislide, very worst drug, which is banned in almost all the countries except India. Therefore, I'm taking this example. This is banned due to it causes the liver damage. But somebody told me that Indian people have the liver of stainless steel. Therefore, Numislide is there. No problem. Those who are using it, those who are dispensing and prescription doing, it is a separate issue. My issue is giving explanation regarding the generic product. If it is the branded product, then hardly there is a 25% margin is there. But if we see the last product, Nisip, more than 600-700% margin is there. So this is the thing. मिलता है 5 रुपए को, बेचना है 40 रुपीज को. बीच का मार्जिन किसको मिलता है? अभी आप जाएंगे तो जेनरिक मेडिसिन के दवा बाजार बहुत निकले हैं. वो क्या करेंगे? 5 रुपए में ले लेंगे. 5 में होलसेल प्राइस रहेगी, 40 MRP रहेगी. वो 35 को बेचते हैं. वो बोलते 5 रुपए आपको सस्ता दिया, 5 रुपए. अरे भाई 5 रुपए का था, 7 रुपए में दे तू, 10 रुपीज में बेच. So this is the practice happening in India, and we are only thinking as a cost as a parameter. Nobody is asking what is the quality, whether it is bioequivalent or not, nothing. And these things are happening, but it is also giving chance to the pharmacists to do their practice as a professional. First, why? Because that government जो scheme है ना generic की, they are allowing us to substitute. Otherwise, our Drug and Cosmetic Act says no substitution is there. But due to this generic medicine concept, it is allowed to substitute with the low-cost medicament. Definitely, power is in your hand. But we have to substitute with the quality medicament, not the medicament which give you margin. So always such things give you strength, but how to utilize this strength? Can I have a good quality medicament? उसका थोड़ा प्राइस इधर उधर रहेगा, but I will dispense only the quality medicament. Definitely, and this practice will make like a America, where American pharmacist decides to dispense the brand. Here also it is a possible. Second strength is drug and cosmetic, DCGI issued one letter circular to conducting bioequivalence study of 139 drugs. And now almost all the drugs are tested for BA studies, class 2 and class 4 drugs. Means we have the list now of a generic drugs which are tested for bioequivalence. Now the drug is tested for bioequivalence and it is a low cost. Definitely it is your choice. So public को बोल दो कि I am selling you the tested drugs which is tested for bioequivalence. Correct. Then it is a positive point, and then it will become strength. But if we sell the medicament only on the basis of margin, it will kill the profession, because society want effective drug, but whole culture is just to sell the low cost drug, and this we have to change it. Second is online medicine. Correct. What Drug and Cosmetic Act says that each and every medicament must be sold under direct supervision of pharmacist. Then how these online pharmacies are working? Online pharmacies are illegal. First statement. Who says? Delhi High Court order on 12th October 2018 says that online pharmacies should be banned. As per that order, DCGI in the same week issued order to each and every state that state government and authorities should take precaution that in their state no online pharmacy should work. So job is over. High Court issued the order, DCGI issued the order, and daily we are observing many advertisement of online pharmacy. Don't know from where the medicament come, what is the storage condition, if it get transported via airport or airplanes, whether it is kept in the luggage box where the heat is there.
Hello, Atmaram sir.
Yeah, I'm connecting. Something
Okay.
There is a disturbance on the screen. Something.
No, we removed him. Somebody was disturbing in between.
Disabled. I'm doing the screen sharing.
Yes, sir. Atmaram sir.
Yeah. Allow me to share the screen. Disturbance on the screen. Something.
No, we removed him. Somebody was disturbing in between.
Hello. Doing the screen. Allow him to share my screen.
One second, sir.
Oh.
Sir, we are the co-host again.
Yeah. We'll continue. So this practice is illegal. Instead of illegal, I can say storage condition is the main problem. So from where that medicament comes, we don't know, and therefore there are chances of counterfeit medicines or the low quality medicines may be reached to the society. In the wholesale retail practice, there is a streamline. So medicament from a company reach to the wholesaler, then the retailer, then they are available for the society or patient. But this online pharmacy is the second challenge, and for that we are not having that system. And across the country, across the globe, it is not accepted a system. But now though it is illegal, इंडिया में तो होता है बहुत सारे काम इलीगल भी नहीं रहते मगर लीगल से भी ज्यादा चलते हैं. So the best example is of online pharmacy. So my issue is that we can run our pharmacy, correct? जो मेडिकल शॉप वाले हैं, मैं बोलता हूँ पुणे में सब ग्रुप करो और you can send from your pharmacy which is a their standing pharmacy, आप home care service दे दो. This is the what opportunity and the strength I find in this. And one group in Aurangabad is working on this. They made one club of 10 pharmacies came together, and in a particular area they are taking the care of home dispensing, and this is the best thing which can replace that online pharmacy. Third point, new strength given by our Drug and Cosmetic Act. That is one I said, that is BAB studies, and second is manufacturing and marketed concept. Before this year, means up to 2020, one was a manufacturer, another was a marketing person. Whole quality parameter or responsibility was of only manufacturer. मार्केटिंग वाला सिर्फ वो सेल करेगा, क्वालिटी के ऊपर ध्यान नहीं देगा. मगर नाउ फ्रॉम दिस ईयर it made that both companies, manufacturer as well as market company, both will be equally responsible for quality of medicament. तो अभी प्रोपोगंडा मार्केटिंग थोड़ा कम होने के चांसेस है. नहीं तो बड़ी बड़ी कंपनी भी छोटी छोटी कंपनी जैसा काम करती थी, कैसा तो माल ले लो इधर उधर से परचेस कर दो और बहुत डिस्काउंट दे दो, डॉक्टर को 40% दे दो, ऐसा काम भी चलता था. उसको प्रोपोगंडा मार्केटिंग बोलते हैं. एंड दिस मे मिनिमाइज दिस बिकॉज अभी मार्च से ये चालू होने वाला था, एंड इट माइट हैव द इम्प्लीमेंटेशन that both manufacturer and marketing people will be responsible for that. Definitely it will improve the strength of community pharmacists only. This example I always give as the best example of fixed dose combination. So why I am giving this? So Dr. Kokate sir's committee was responsible to ban 340 fixed dose combinations. India is the only country is having more than 1000, that is 1084 FDCs. As per our policy, that is essential drug policy, we have the 24 FDCs, and as per the WHO we have the 19 FDCs which are rational. But in India we have 1000 FDCs which were in the market. Out of that, Kokate sir's initiative lead to ban of 340 FDCs. My point is that why we are not having a practice of reporting pharmacovigilance or ADR. What PharmD people are getting a job in a PV, they are doing a job of America, developed countries. Hardly 2%, less than 2% PVs are Indian, remaining all are developed country PVs, and where we are getting a jobs. We are not having any practice of reporting any side effect, any adverse reaction, though our PV center, PVPI center is there. They have their form for public, and it is expected that doctor, nurse, pharmacist should fill that form for ADR. ऐसा होता था तो हमारा न्यूज स्लाइड कब का बैन होता था. So this is the example, and why I am showing that really if pharmacists start making a history and writing that PVPI data or reporting the adverse conditions to the PVPI, definitely do the pharmacists n number of our drugs, irrational drugs, will get out of market. So it requires the strength and work by a community pharmacist with that making a PMR and reporting the PV. If these two things are accepted by a pharmacist, really our pharmacist can become like a pharmacist of US. Another strength given by a corona, as we are all having the bulk drug manufacturing and import from China. In the corona session, China doubled the cost of bulk drugs. Now our government of India is thinking to have our own bulk drug industry. Maharashtra government also proposed to the Prime Minister to sanction that. Gujarat government also did. Means here we will get our own drugs API, our own formulations. We are master in the formulation, and definitely the pharmacist will have a very good bioequivalent and sasta, low cost medicament to serve in the society. Similarly, the strengths are given by the education also. Education is also not behind. The Pharmacy Council is working. They have promoted the PharmD, very good course, how to utilize it, how to implement it. In many of the states, there is a problem due to which our admissions get affected, but I'm very confident and happy that from day one, my both PB and regular PharmD admissions are full, and I have the 100% placement. It is due to the theme what I delivered in Bharati Hospital, and I appreciate all the faculty members who are delivering the excellent thing. The PharmD is a very excellent program to promote the community pharmacy and clinical pharmacies, but it should run in an ethical way. Otherwise, if our student not visit any hospital, then he could not become the practicing pharmacist. He will become like a pharmacist, simple pharmacist. Second issue is that we are having a pharmacy practice, BPharm pharmacy practice bridge course. And in India, my batch of 21 students, they graduated in the last week only. And they are very happy, very happy. They attended sincerely, very sincerely Saturday, Sunday. They enjoyed that 2 years, and now they are excellent. And in my Facebook also, I posted one of such a post who is written by such a pharmacist. So we should give chance to the pharmacists, retail pharmacists who are diploma holders to become a BPharm practice. Then the things will happen, and we see that our presence should be there. So my students are working the Apollo Hospital, Fortis Hospital, Breach Candy Hospital, n number of hospitals in the prescription evaluation, identification, drug interaction, and n number of doses are there. Correct. Very happy to say that one of my students got a salary of 25 lakhs per annum. This is also possible in India if we have the very good content in this area, because this area is upcoming. The last, my point is that the practitioner pharmacist only not born in the America and Europe. The practicing pharmacist can born in a Maharashtra, taluka level and district level. It is possible if we decide and if we implement. So these are the examples of pharmacists from Kolhapur, Mumbai, Pune, who are doing such a practice. And really, these are the examples, but we should appreciate them openly. So I'm doing this appreciation job. Each and every presentation, I show the similar photos. And I'm very happy to get this chance due to the MSCDA and Maharashtra State Pharmacy Council from 2006. I am promoting my concepts in the community pharmacy, and I'm very satisfied with the chance given by the societies to explore me and to get a more interest. And these are my books for you also, including generic book I written, and I'm translating in English also with all these new concepts, generic medicines. So with this, I'm very thankful to your association and all the listeners, and expecting the very strong support and guidelines from you. Thank you, Mansur.
Thank you, sir. That was a wonderful session. We have few questions and doubts in the comment section and chat box here. So shall I post you one by one the questions, sir?
Yeah.
Answer them? Yeah. So the first question here is, how to convince the elderly who are habituated to antibiotics to stop from self-medication of antibiotics, sir, as a pharmacist?
Correct. The first line is, antibiotic is a prescription drug. The pharmacist should get a prescription. Correct. Many antibiotics are scheduled H1. They have to write who written the prescription on what date, detailed report. So very simple thing. Ask the prescription and dispense the medicament. What our pharmacists are doing, they are doing illegal thing. Why they are illegal things? Because they have to keep the patient happy. If the patient is asking azithromycin single tablet for a common cold, we are giving it. We know the dose, we know the side effects. Some allergic conditions may be there. है केस, बहुत सारे केस है कि पूरा स्किन रेड कलर का होता है, इरप्शन होता है. But we have our faculty members, forget about the common man, MPharm PhD professor, when he suffers from a common cold, he takes one azithromycin from a medical shop. So why to blame to the society? It is our job. It is a prescription drug. Dispense again the prescription. This is the only solution.
Yes, sir. So there's this another question that goes, what are the priority areas when it comes to lifestyle modification settings? How do you advise patients on lifestyle modification? What are the priority areas we have to?
So Corona taught us many things of lifestyle, of value of life. Now, what is value of life? Right? RIP, deep condolences, or bhavpurna shraddhanjali. This is the value of life today. Who taught it? Corona. So Corona is waiting. Corona came just for teach us the lesson that योगा करो, अच्छा खाओ, सो जाओ, टाइम पे सो जाओ. तो मगर हमारा अभी ग्रोथ फैक्टर किसमें होता है? जीडीपी. हमारा जीडीपी कितना, आपका जीडीपी कितना? तो जीडीपी को कोरोना को पसंद नहीं है. कोरोना हेट जीडीपी एंड कोरोना लव द इंडियन कल्चर. विश्व हमारा है, खाओ पियो, प्रेम करो, इतना करो तो भी बहुत हो गए.
Right, sir. So somebody has asked for your suggestions on pharmacists and wholesalers. What are your opinion?
Correct. So that thing is going on, and it is also about to pass, I think. I don't know exactly, but the case of 1940 was very different. In the 1940, there was only Banaras Hindu University, the single college for B.Pharm, when the law was made, and diploma college, first college came in the 1955. Due to IP, year 1953, 2 years course was there. So law was made before the presence of pharmacists. Therefore, at that time, it is thought that, okay, wholesaler can be run by any hardly educated people. But now pharmacists are there. Handling is important. Insulin का handling, vaccine का handling. अभी देखो आप जाओ होलसेल में, कभी नहीं. हमारे इंटर्नशिप नहीं है, मैंने चालू की है. I am closing the college at 4. And I am giving the job to the marketing का job देता हूँ. अभी एक स्टूडेंट को दे रहा हूँ, go and visit wholesaler. तो मुझे रिपोर्ट मिलता है, सर उसके तो सब मेडिसिन बाहर ही है, रास्ते पे लगा है उसने. जैसा हमारा सब्जी मंडी रहता है वैसा वो बॉक्स लगता है, उसमें क्या स्टोरेज कंडीशन है, इंसुलिन कहाँ रखा है, डोंट नो. बिकॉज द होलसेलर के पास माल बहुत है, he has a very good stock and he is not taking any care of storage. डेफिनेटली फार्मासिस्ट मस्ट बी देयर. हमें प्रमोट करना है, एक साथ आना है. मगर हमारे एसोसिएशन मैडम बहुत है, हमारी कम्युनिटी फार्मेसी की एसोसिएशन है, टीचर की एसोसिएशन है, एफडी वालों की एसोसिएशन है, हमारी हर एक की एसोसिएशन है. और एक एसोसिएशन का काम हम अलग अलग करते हैं, एक साथ कभी नहीं आते. एक साथ सिर्फ आते हैं हम. आईपीसी जब रहती है तो स्टेज पे 14 चेयर लगती है एक दिन के लिए, बाकी हम अलग अलग काम करते हैं. वी आर नॉट यूनाइटेड एट ऑल. बट इफ वी टेक एग्जांपल ऑफ IMA इज अ सिंगल बॉडी. डॉक्टर को कुछ भी होता है तो IMA आगे आती है और सॉल्व करती है. IPA नहीं करती, क्योंकि IPA का वो MACD बोला मैं बड़ा हूँ, EPTI वाला मैं तो टीचर हूँ, दवा वाला बोलेगा मैं तो ड्रग कंट्रोलर हूँ. ये इंडिया का चला है.
Yes, sir. So there's this another question. In community pharmacy setting, why research matters? Is that just to support the people to live independently, or self-care, or something beyond that?
Abhi, we just started this program, correct? Actually, very good chance to speak. Why I written modern dispensing pharmacy? In 2002, I visited NICE FIP conference. When I visited that, I seen all the posters of community pharmacists only. All the posters are aware of community pharmacists. And in India, community pharmacists nowhere. And Professor Gaud sir was with us. Immediately, I instantly said, I am teaching this dispensing pharmacy Cooper and Gunn from last 10 years. But I seen this change. Our pharmacy should be patient oriented. And then I written a book, Modern Dispensing Pharmacy, which is a complete patient oriented. So this is the, in short, very good research I did at that time. So if really we want to promote a pharmacy, we have to promote our retailers also. And really we have to do very good Indian research. There are many speakers in India who talk a community pharmacy, but they talk community pharmacy of America or they talk community pharmacy of Europe. And Atmaram Power talk community pharmacy of Pune, Satara, Belgaum, likewise.
Yes, sir. So now the session is unmuted for the participants. They can ask questions one by one if there is any.
Dr. Ganachari sir is there. He has raised his hand. Sir, Ganachari sir, please unmute and ask the question, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Arvind Joshi. I am audible?
You are audible, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. It was a very good presentation by our eminent speaker, Sir Admara Power sir. He was mentioning about one message that in hospital pharmacy where I was working in Saudi Arabia, Ministry of Health, as a pharmacy supervisor, every disease has got a code.
Yeah.
For example, diabetes mellitus is 13. So it's the prescription. Do you return with the name of the patient, age, sex, and then diagnosis, what is his BP, what is his temperature, all these things. And below you'll write number 13. The diagnosis diabetes mellitus. Then you write only 3 medicines in one prescription.
Correct.
Not more than 3.
Yes.
Okay. Then it will come to the pharmacist. The pharmacist has to read what is the name of the patient. Suppose the patient name is Balram. Okay. And suppose a lady is bringing the patient Padmavati. I ask, who is Balram? Who is Padmavati?
Yes, yes, yes.
I said, I will not give to you. Where is Balram? I can only talk to him because this lot of mentors are there. So the prescription was diabetes mellitus, for diabetes mellitus, and they are given a prescription metformin. Unluckily, the pharmacist has gone for some emergency work for 10 minutes. When the staff nurse was there, by haste, he has taken metronidazole and given to her.
Yeah.
Given here. So it's a wrong prescription, wrong prescription, dispensing error rather, dispensing error. A pharmacist has to be there. A pharmacist, because medicine is our product. Right from the day one, how is the medicine is made, how it is packed, how it is dispensed, how it is stored, everything we know. It's our baby. So we should handle wherever there is a medicine, wherever there is a drug, there has to be a pharmacist. And this is the very message for community pharmacists, I mean for hospital pharmacists. This is what I've been telling. And the hospital pharmacist is very important. Suppose if they can raise a case on a pharmacist. They raise a case, they can cancel the license also.
Yes.
In all the countries. They're given the wrong medicament. Because there will be in the medical records there. In every patient, there will be a medical record, doctor diagnosis, and what is prescribed. What is prescribed by the doctor.
Thank you, Ganachandran sir. If you have a question, you can ask him.
And now one may I'll ask the question now.
Yes,
Dr. Admara Power sir, can we consider to appoint pharmacists in wholesales also, which is there in all countries?
Yeah. It is legally also, the proposal was there in a legal matter also, and it will change. I don't know what is the status of it. I will inquire. But now the case is under consideration that the pharmacist, wholesaler should be run by a pharmacist. Something is going on, but exactly data I not have. But this thing should happen. And then thank you for supporting my thoughts. And the same thing, the need of India. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Namaskar.
So there's another question, sir, on basic expanding roles of community pharmacists. What are the different expanding roles as a community pharmacist that we see today?
So what I said, all the expanding roles start from making a patient medication record. It will become a family pharmacist. Like a family physician, you will get whole idea of his family, what he is taking, how many diabetics tablets will be required from him. He will become a pakka your customer. You can provide the home care service, BP check karo, glucose check karo, सब हो सकता है. Just start working as a sincerely and you will expand. And due to this my lectures, I have an example from Nanded in Maharashtra. That pharmacy started conducting diabetes checkup camp on every Friday, and now he is checking blood glucose level of each and every patient, just taking 15 rupees at that time. Now it may be 25 rupees. So instead of giving 100 rupees, just within 25 rupees, he is doing a regular checking. So many things are there which are written in the book. But what is the thing in our education? We learn for examination. एग्जामिनेशन के पहले रट्टा मारते हैं, लिखते हैं, बाद में डिलीट करते, बाद में बोलते हैं अभी ये चैप्टर नेक्स्ट ईयर नहीं है, पूरा डिलीट करो, फ्रेश ब्रेन रख दो. ब्रेन में कुछ ऐसा ज्यादा माल मटेरियल नहीं चाहिए, क्योंकि व्हाट्सएप है, फेसबुक है, इंस्टाग्राम है, इतना काम करना है ब्रेन को. बीच में फार्मेसी कहाँ आता है क्या मालूम.
Yes, sir. But then basically they are asking what are the new methods or ideas for young pharmacists to train them.
नहीं, अभी देखो कि आई एम हैप्पी, आई एम ऑब्जर्विंग फ्रॉम इन हैदराबाद some chain is coming with the community pharmacies with the name of pharmacy, correct. Here wellness pharmacy, wellness forever is there in the Pune, correct. People are coming with the real setup of pharmacy. Now India is a rich country comparatively. The people want ethical practice, high level practice also. They are not interested in the 10%, 5% discount. At least 30% society is able to give you fees for that, business for that. Really, it is a need that our pharmacy should start community pharmacy with patient counseling, PMR recording, BP check, all. I'm sure that in all the bigger parts like Hyderabad, Pune, Mumbai, all these parts, you will get a good business and you will get the name. Somebody, Ramesh Adupu Ramesh given me some WhatsApp that somebody is starting and they need a 25 pharmacy people. It is a very good thing.
Yes, sir. So we see in India a lot of times that pharmacists rent their license to somebody else to practice. So why government has not taken any strict action against it is another question, sir.
हिंदी में चलता है बोलते हैं, मालूम है, चलता है. इंग्लिश में उसको मैनेज बोलते हैं.
Yes, sir.
बहुत हो गया आंसर मेरा.
Yes, okay, so that was all the question and answers. So now I request our chairperson of the session, Dr. V. Gopal, President, ACPI Tamil Nadu Puducherry, to speak a few words. So please.
Gopal sir, are you there? Sir, please unmute it. Gopal sir, please unmute. Maybe he's having some technical issues. He will join again soon.
Yes, sir.
May I request Dr. Nagappa sir to speak few words, sir? Nagappa sir? Please unmute, sir.
Dr. Atmaram Pawar is one of the big personalities as far as the pharmacy profession is concerned. I have been seeing him when I soon after joining Manipal, and he is very much committed. And today lectures was very excellent. And I want the organizers to request Atmaram Pawar to share his PowerPoint presentations, and we should share this PowerPoint presentations or the audio clips to all our members, because today's lecture was full of very noble thoughts and noble ideas, which has to be heard again and again and to be practiced by all our members. Actually, the things what Atmaram Pawar has told are really worthwhile, and it is very much exemplary that he is a ground level worker also, and he is a promoter also, and I'm very happy to see him in this presentation. It was very good that our association has brought a very worthy leader to the presentation today, and I joined a bit late. I have missed a few of the initial things, and I want to listen to his lecture again and again, and so that I also will work on these lines of Dr. Atmaram Pawar and make this movement a successful movement. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
Joshi.
Thank you, Nagappa sir. I think
Really,
Gopal sir is having good connection now.
Yeah, yes, sir, I'm here, sir.
Please, sir, please.
Thank you, sir. 40 years back, a person who had a lot of land was considered as rich. 30 years back, a person who had gold, silver was considered rich. 20 years back, a person who had followers, who had manpower, muscle power, he was considered rich. Today, a person who has knowledge and skill is considered rich. So Dr. Atmaram Pawar sir has beautifully said, as a pharmacist, we should keep our knowledge and skills updated. 30 years back, we were all drug oriented. We were into finding out new drugs. 20 years back, we were product oriented. Again, some 10 years back, we were activity oriented, pharmacology activity oriented. Today, we are patient oriented. Yes. So this was very beautifully brought out by Pawar sir. And post-COVID, the focus is on pharmacists. The entire world is looking at the services of pharmacists, and India has become the pharmacy of the world. And as Indian pharmacists, our role is great. So now the awareness in the public on our immunity is improved. So the immunity of Indians can be brought back only by community pharmacy. So the people are dependent on a pharmacist for advice on how to improve his immunity. So for this, the pharmacist should be updated. And as we all know, a pharmacist should have 8 stars. So that is why he's called as a 8-star pharmacist. He should be a manager, he should be a researcher, he should be an educator, he should be a communicator. So you should have all these skills. So keeping all these skills with us, we will be able to serve our society better, and our society will be able to understand the greatness of our profession, and together we can provide health for all and all for health. I once again thank the resource person for his wonderful lecture. I thank Joshi sir for his systematic and very beautiful, meticulously planned organization. I'm very happy to be with Dr. Nagappa sir, the fatherly figure who guides us, and very beautiful inputs from Ganachari sir. Thank you very much. And very active participants. I thank each and everyone. Till the end, the 94 people were intact and everybody was interacting very well. I thank each and everyone. It was a great day, and we will keep up this spirit, and we will keep up our profession. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Gopal sir. Udupa sir is with us. I request Udupa sir to kindly hand over the certificate. Udupa sir, can you please unmute and speak few words? Udupa sir, please unmute ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ sir. I think Udupa sir is there. Please unmute and speak, sir. Okay, before I think Udupa sir is facing some issues, I think. Vinay, can you check with Udupa sir whether he would like to speak few words?
Yes.
Yeah, please speak to him. Meanwhile, we will display the certificate. Pavitra, can you display it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. On.
Yes. Yeah.
Video. Zoom.
Udupa sir.
Yes, yes. I have joined.
Sir, please
Listening?
join. Okay, yes, sir. Yes, please, sir.
Yeah. So you are listening, na? Hearing me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Yeah. So I'm very glad to be with the ACPI South Zone under the leadership of Dr. Joshi. So this is, I think, the several programs it is done under the leadership of Dr. Nagappa Naik. It was inaugurated, and I was there in the inauguration session also. And today, more than 200 people, they graced this occasion, and I was listening about this. This is about community and clinical pharmacy, and lot of topics were discussed, and very good panel discussion and brainstorming was there. Just now I heard Dr. Gopal from Pondicherry. Pondicherry was speaking, and it was a very good session. And they are now during COVID, this is because of this type of virtual platform, we have a lot of advantages, and daily we are attending this type of program. But ACPI is quite active for the community pharmacists, clinical pharmacists, and also the new program PharmD has started, and for the future budding pharmacists, retail and other budding pharmacists, because our motto is service motto, and lot of supply, even the manufacturing, supply, quality control, distribution, not only in India, abroad also, because India, the number of pharmacies, pharmacy colleges, more than 5,000 colleges are there, and we have every year several thousands of students are churning out from these institutions, and also particularly more than 100 PharmD institutions are coming up with very good service-minded people. And not only the community pharmacists and retail pharmacists and industrialists, plus the pharmacy teachers are doing a human service, and there is a lot of scope for opportunities for all of us, even for the retired people like me. This is a very good scope. So see, whatever knowledge we have gained, we are giving back to the society, and we are very happy to see that the profession is moving forward. And in India, there is no shortage of, actually, though proper recognition and other things are not coming from the government, but still, without any expectations, pharmacists are doing very good service, and without any selfish motive. All of us are, let us continue this, because the name, fame and money, everything will come on its own, because we need not go after that. So let us do our job, everything will be taken care, and let us see that the suffering humanity, because in the hospital and all, peacefully we are working, and in the healthcare profession, the pharmacists are playing a very important role. Let us continue this service, and in the hospital patients, and also the healthcare providers like doctors, physicians, nurses, everyone, will be, because we are the custodians of the medicines and drugs. So as for storage, distribution, quality control, packaging, everything, even manufacturing, distribution, everywhere, the pharmacist is playing a very important role. Let us continue our service and let us see that we grow and prosper in our profession, and the pharmacy profession should be there for the healthcare of the people. With this, my brief, my views and my remarks, I once again thank Dr. Joshi and all other colleagues and the organizing committee and all the delegates, my best wishes. And in SDM University also, we want to conduct this particular ACPA next program. I request that webinar, everything we will conduct, and I request even the lot of doctors, physiotherapists, actually Dr. Sunil and his colleague Dr. Prashant, both of we had a meeting here. So they are here, they are also part of this, they are also listening to this. They will also help us as resource persons. So we'll conduct a program in the Dharwad virtual. And once again, and we are going to start, because Dr. Marial also is here, start a chapter here, the South India, it's one of the chapter branches. At least some 50 members we can gather from here. So once again, I wish you all the best, and thank you very much, Dr. Joshi, for giving me an opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Uduppa, and Uduppa sir has just now felicitated our invited speaker, our leader in pharmacy profession, Dr. Atmaram Pawar, sir.
Atmaram Pawar, yeah. Dr. Atmaram Pawar, so compliments, congratulations for your, I listened to your excellent talk. So even yesterday I was going through, and I was there for the Bombay College of Pharmacy and AAPS. Also I could see yesterday. Daily we are seeing. So once again, because he has written a lot of books, and in Pune, in Maharashtra, is human service, and he has come to Manipal, and he is my great colleague from so many years. So my compliments to Dr. Kadam and all the colleagues in Pune, including Dr. Burande and all. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So I have great pleasure in presenting the certificate to Dr. Atmaram Pawar. Dr. Gopal, how are you?
Thank you, sir. Fine, sir. With your blessings, very fine, sir. Thank you very
so
much, sir.
You are
Thank
still
you for
in
your blessings.
Mother Teresa University.
Thank you for your presence.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Mother Teresa, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. Much obliged, sir. Thank you.
Mother Teresa's blessings are required. Okay. So,
sure,
Nobel
sir.
Prize,
Always,
we should
sir.
also, pharmacists, next Nobel Prize winner will be our Gopal from Mother Teresa.
Sir, your blessings, sir. Your blessings, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I request Dr. Pawan Kumar B, Vice President, ACPI South President, Andhra Pradesh, yes, Principal, GKCP, Sulurpet, to give away the vote of thanks, for the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Pavitra. Honorable dignitaries, distinguished guests, and dear participants, on behalf of ACPI South India Branch, Sharada Vilas College of Pharmacy, Gokul Krishna College of Pharmacy, Sulurpet, its entire fraternity and the organizing committee, I feel immense pleasure to take this opportunity to propose vote of thanks to the resource person and eminent personality in the field of pharmacy, Dr. Atmaram P. Pawar, sir, Principal, Bharati Vidyapit Deemed University, Pune College of Pharmacy, Pune, India, who spared the time from his busy schedule to grace this webinar with his extremely relevant address on the community pharmacy, strengths and opportunities. Sir, it was a very informative talk on history of pharmacy, pharmacy practice regulations, and the current scenario of pharmacy profession in India. He rightly talked about the importance and role of community pharmacy and community pharmacy in healthcare sector. So thank you very much, sir, for your valuable thoughts on the pharmacy. I would further extend my sincere thanks to our National President ACPA, Dr. Anant Naik Nagappa, sir, and our Executive Director ACPA National, Dr. N. Uduppa, sir. So South ACPA President Dr. Hanuman Shari Joshi, sir, and Secretary ACPI South India Branch Dr. Arun Kumaran, sir. President the ACPI Tamil Nadu and Puducherry branch, Professor Dr. V. Gopal sir, and Senior Professor Dr. A. Gnanachandran sir, all the executive members of ACPI South India, and advisor AP and TS, Dr. K.V. Gopinath sir, for AP and TS branch, and all the faculty members for their continuous support and guidance in organizing this webinar. My deep sense of appreciation and thanks to all the delegates for their active participation and patience listening and made this successful event. Once again, I thank you all for being with us this morning. Have a wonderful day and ahead. Thank you all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Once again, I thank everyone for your time and active participation.
Thank you, Atmarao sir, Power sir, for accepting in your busy schedule.
Yeah.
You are preparing for one more international conference on ethnopharmacology.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for everything, sir.